10 mind-blowing discoveries of the universe. It is very likely that there are in fact more stars in space than the incredible number of tiny grains of sand on our own planet. With the launch of the Kepler telescope and observatory in 2009, scientists' knowledge of our universe has taken a quantum leap. This orbiting telescope is so powerful that it is capable of discovering more than 1000 new planets at a time. This has led to a major advance in terms of our understanding of the universe, and it has resulted in some pretty incredible theories that were unthinkable just a few years ago. With that in mind, here are some mind-blowing recent discoveries of the universe that will seriously mess with your head. American astronomer, cosmologist and astrophysicist Carl Sagan long had the theory that there were more stars in the universe than grains of sand on the earth. Exactly how many is not known and probably never will be, but by taking what we have seen thus far and extrapolating outward, it is very likely that there are in fact more stars in space than the incredible number of tiny grains of sand on our own planet. Every star has at least one A planet orbiting it. The Kepler telescope we talked about earlier basically watches for the passing of objects in front of stars, which are most often identified as planets orbiting the star, just like Earth and the other planets in our solar system orbit the Sun. The data received to date from Kepler suggests that each star it has discovered also has at least one planet orbiting it. If you consider that there are hundreds of billions of stars in the universe, then you can quickly get an idea of how many planets may also exist out there in space. There are likely 40 billion Earth-sized planets. Based on the number of stars, all with planets orbiting them, scientists estimate that there could be as many as 40 billion Earth-sized and Earth-like planets in the known universe. This means that they are orbiting at the correct distance to support life, not too close to the star, which would make the planet too hot, and not too far away, which would make it too cold. Furthermore, astronomers working with Kepler have estimated that 11 billion of these Earth-like planets are orbiting stars very similar to our own Sun. Again, this makes the likelihood that we are alone in the universe almost mathematically impossible, and means we are likely not alone in the universe. Possible lives have been discovered on another planet. The universe is larger than we realize. All of the information contained in this list so far has been strictly for our own Milky Way galaxy. That's right, there are an estimated 40 billion potentially habitable Earth-like planets in the Milky Way alone. However, these scientists now predict that there may be as many as 200 billion galaxies in the universe. That's 199 billion galaxies in addition to our own Milky Way, each potentially containing billions of stars or planets. This has led us to believe that the universe is much, much bigger than anyone ever predicted. Black holes exist and they are invisible. This is because in reality we know that black holes are invisible because they swallow everything in their paths, including the light necessary to see them. However, scientists including renowned theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking have recently found ways to detect black holes and prove their existence. One way is through the presence of gravitational waves, first predicted by Albert Einstein more than 100 years ago, that show ripples in space caused by gravity, including the gravitational pull exerted by black holes. The other method is through searching for the activity that occurs at a black hole's event horizon, the point at which everything is sucked into the void. There is water on Mars. Is there life on Mars? Has there ever been life on Mars? Is the red planet capable of hosting any life in the future? The answer to these questions got a little clearer in 2015 when NASA announced that they had images which showed clear evidence of flowing water on Mars. Actual liquid water has been detected flowing down the side of mountains on Mars in periods of warm weather, disappearing when it gets cold and the water freezes. This was considered a major breakthrough as water is a fundamental building block of life and would need to be present in order for there to ever have been life on the red planet. It may not be intelligent life, but water can support certain types of algae, fungus, or other simple organisms even on Mars. There is a planet made of diamonds. To be exact, it's made of crystalline carbon, which is the same material that you can find in diamonds here on Earth. Scientists have long theorized about the existence of planets made completely of carbon or diamonds before discovering that they were entirely correct. Situated well outside our own solar system, the conditions in this particular spot in space were just right for the entire interior of PSR J1719-1438b to harden, crystallize, and turn into a planet-sized diamond. The theory is that the planet started off as a star but cooled to the point where it formed into a massive chunk of carbon just like a diamond, only the size of a planet. Now that would certainly be a sight to behold. There is lightning in space. Lightning and electrical storms have been detected in places other than Earth, notably on the planets Mars and Saturn. However, scientists have been also detecting lightning in the vast reaches of space, and it is much more powerful than on Earth by as much as a factor of 1 trillion. First detected near galaxy 3C303, this massive jolt of lightning is believed to have been caused by a black hole whose magnetic field is so strong that they are able to produce lightning in deep space. This was considered a major breakthrough as nobody had previously theorized that lightning or electricity could exist outside a planet's atmosphere. First contact is predicted by 2040, but we will never see it in person. Given the breakthroughs achieved by the powerful Kepler telescope, many astronomers and scientists are going so far as to predict that we will discover some form of intelligent alien life in the universe by the year 2040. The universe is so big and far-reaching that it is unlikely we will ever be able to travel outside our own tiny solar system. Consider the fact that it would still take 4,367 light years to reach Alpha Centauri, the nearest star system to ours. Since humans can't travel anywhere near that fast, our current space shuttle, not ideal vehicles for deep space travel, would realistically take us roughly 165,000 years to get there. Even faster unmanned spacecrafts like NASA's New Horizons would take 78,000 years to arrive at Alpha Centauri.